my house at 6 a.m. today. I had to be in Manning Park for 8:30 a.m. Now, I thought I had left with enough time. Google Maps said it would take about 2 hours and 10 minutes to get to set. It took almost 3 hours. I'm going the wrong way. It took almost 3 hours to get to set today. Manning Park is a ski resort, like near Hope, past Hope, which is a couple hours outside of Vancouver. According to Google Maps, it was taking about 2 hours. Whoa, Evo. Sorry, that's the Lancer Evolution. I think it's a 6. That's before the 10. That's way before they brought Lancers here, and we're really rallying them and stuff like that. So the smart car has traction control. Traction control is really crappy. What it does is it cuts the throttle so you're unable to accelerate. And if you know how to drive in the ice, then that really destroys your ability to drive in. There we go. That was cool. Let's try that again. I guess I gotta go faster. Have some speed. Crank the wheel. Yeah, the traction control kills the ability to have any kind of fun in this car. If you're going to be sliding around. Kind of. It's still fun. You just have to figure it out. It's all about throttle modulation in this car. So. But with the OBD2 scanner port, or the OBD2 port, you can bypass the traction control. Oh, this is nothing. Hold myself. You can bypass the traction control. You just have to bridge. I think it's pin 4 and 7. Before you start the vehicle, it bypasses traction control, and then you're able to at least accelerate when you skid or when you've lost traction. But in the gauge pod, there's this traction control. Oh man, it would be so much fun. My car is also has a bunch of stuff in it, so it's a little bit heavier. And the steering is awful in the smart car because it's made to understeer. You don't really want to oversteer in such a short car. It's tons of fun, to tell you the truth. It's just a different, you just have to be different with the way you modulate the accelerator. Going so slow. I haven't done really a donut yet. I've done like a 180 kind of. But it's still tons of fun. Let's go. That's really about all I can do in there. Unless I practice more, maybe I could pull off a couple of different maneuvers. But this road reminds me of the road in West Vancouver when you drive along the coast. But it also reminds me of driving down to California, except for that rather than mountains, you would see just water. Viper, that's a 2004 Viper. That was a 2004 Viper. You don't always see those in Vancouver. It's kind of cool to see that. See if it passes us. quite ugly. My honest opinion is that that is freaking ugly. But you don't often see something done up like that. Sometimes they have like Japanese cars and like anime characters and shit. Looks kind of cheesy, I think, but whatever. I picked up Bambi. We're gonna go to Kits. Then I need to eat something, and then yeah, then we'll have a great day. I'll continue working on the gimbal that I was working on. The gimbal is kind of frustrating to work on. The guy used like 4 different types of screws, which is like absolutely retarded to do when you're building something. If you need to take it apart quickly in the field and you don't have all the pieces, like all the bits and everything, I don't know. I don't know what he was thinking. To me, that's like idiotic to do that when you're building something. When you're building a piece of precision equipment, especially, I think it's idiotic to not build it correctly.
I get asked, why do I go to Kits all the time? Once in a while. I go to Kits because it's the best. I'm just kidding. I think it's the best. I grew up around here. I grew up coming to this beach. I grew up in barbecues, basketball, volleyball, and it's very close to my home. I also grew up at, we also went to Jericho and Spanish Banks growing up. But Kits is my favorite. Kits is my absolute favorite. I think Jericho and Spanish Banks are more beautiful, but Kits is awesome.
I think he thinks he's in trouble. What the heck? What did you do? I gave you a little toy. You chewed it all up, huh? Hey, you? Hey, what's going on? Why are you so upset? Hey, come here. Baby. Come here. Hey, can we get a kiss? Come here. Up. Come on. Oh. He gets bashful when he thinks he's in trouble. Hey, you. Bambi. Hey. Hey, you know. Hey. Hey, don't worry. You're not in trouble. Who's your toy? Hey. Well, he just chewed the whole thing. What a cool ball. I just gave him this foam ball. And then he went and chewed it all up. Ready? Good ball. Good boy. Good boy, baby. Good boy. Okay, I gotta edit this video. I'm gonna go over to Sarah's, we're gonna watch something and I don't know, hang out, talk, brainstorm, camera ideas, what we're gonna do, all that kind of stuff. But anyways, love life, see you tomorrow, have a good night.